What's up, turds? It's Sean Creo with Team Dude here, bringing to you another video. This time around, it's going to be a deck profile video on the deck that I used to win the recent locals yesterday, and that would be Red Hybrid. I'm sure you guys have seen profiles on this already, but the thing is, with the new cards that just came out, Special Booster 2.0, Red Hybrid just got even more fast, and this is actually going to be the Emperor variant. So most people are playing the ancient gray version right now. I opted to use the list that I essentially was going to take to Nats last year. It's pretty much the same format right now if you really think about it. Anubis is basically now just like Lord Nightmon X, and then like sprinkle in other stuff too. So with that being said, I mean, of course, Red Hybrid was dominant last year, so Red Hybrid's dominant can be dominant again this year. I think it's a really strong pick going forward. I essentially used the bones of my old list that I playtested like to oblivion to update the current list. So here we go. I'm just gonna go ahead and stop talking and get to the video. So starting off with our eggs, we have 4 Koromon. Koromon, of course, everyone knows this one. When a card is removed from your opponent's security stack, draw 1. Obviously really good. It's the best way to cycle. I'm not going to say too much about that because everyone knows why Koro is good. Every single deck that can run it, it will run it. Now for our rookies, we have 4 of the new BT18 Flamemon. The fact that you get more Flamemon names for this deck is huge, actually. So this one's really good. Real top 3. Add 1 card with hybrid and a tamer card with inherit effects among them. So you're basically have the potential to grab 2 cards, which is really good. And then the on deletion, you can play a tamer from your hand without paying the cost, as long as it has inherit effects. So this is also very good. All of your tamers are going to have inherit effects, so you can play tamers if you have this ESS available to you. Definitely power crept the old one, so this is so much better than the other one. To complement that, you have the older BT7 Flamemon. 4 of these guys, real top 4. You can only add 1 of them, hybrid or essentially a Takuya. And then on deletion, same thing. You can play a Takuya from the hand without paying the cost. These 8 are really good, just so that you can cheat out your tamers for free. Essentially, with this deck, you never really want to be playing your tamers unless like you're an awkward amount of memory and you're just doing it to like pass turn. You have no other good move. Really, you should be getting free tamer drops off of your Flamemons. So you got to run both at max 4. Next up for the Flamemons, we got 4 of the BT12 Flamemon. On play, trash 1 and draw 2. That's really good for this variant of the deck because you need to be able to build up your trash and get your 5 hybrids into trash. It's pretty easy to achieve, but getting 1 more hybrid in trash to be able to get that warp is essential for this deck. So that's why you're running out of 4 of. It's also a good consistency piece to just guarantee drawing 2 cards. Yeah, and then you get a plus 2k for your hybrid trait, so it's good if you need that DP boost. And then for our last rookie, we have 1 of the old Flamemon. Fun fact, this was actually an Uko. I kind of wish I had space to run Ukos, but honestly, the deck doesn't need it. And I think it's actually, I felt like yesterday when I was playing this deck, it's actually so much better without Ukos. That might be controversial, but the thing is with the Goonies, you're playing out free Flamemons, and if you have a free Flamemon in hand, an extra Flamemon in hand that you can just like play out, you get so much value out of it. So this is just real top 3 out of hybrid and tamer. So like I said, that one was the power crept one. 13 rookies to finish it off. I don't know if I would add any more. 13 felt good to me. I was always seeing extra Flamemons. For the level 4s, we have the best hybrid in the deck here. This is going to be a Goonie. This is the one where you can Digivolve into Takuya for 2, but also it has on deletion. You can play a Flamemon. So like I was saying, best starting hand, which I pretty much saw like every game yesterday. You see it a lot. You just go into one of your Flamemons that has the inherited, and then you have a Goonie, and that's your turn 1. And that's like the nastiest starting turn that you can possibly have. And I had that pretty much every single hand. Well, if not I shouldn't say every single hand. But like the vast majority of my starting hands, this is what my starting hand was. Just being able to do this Digivolve for 2, and then the next turn you come out, you'll swing and then draw off Koro, and then hopefully it'll die. You'll play an extra Flamemon. So let's say like play one of these guys. It'll be suspended. then you trash a hybrid draw 2, and you just get so much consistency. Or for example, and then also you get to play a tamer. So let's say you have this one in hand, you swing, play a Flamemon, you play this Flamemon, you search top 4. You don't have a Takuya in hand, but searching top 4 is like a lot. So you search top 4, pick up a Takuya, and then you play Takuya for free. So that's really nice. Easily the best hybrid right here. And then the inheritable, I mean, it kind of comes up sometimes, but not really. You just get to play a Takuya for free. It has to be from the hand. So yeah, the Saguni is the GOAT. That's it for that one. Next up for the level 4s, we have 3 of the old Burning Greys, the BT12 Burning Gray. So same thing, you can Digivolve into Takuya for 2 or on top of a Goonie for 1. When Digivolving, it gets plus 2,000, so you're going to be able to hit that 10k mark when you're on top of your Takuyas, because each of your Takuyas will give plus 2,000, unless it's the new one. And then the inheritable is plus 2k. So really good for getting over those bigger bodies. Sometimes people will leave their level 5 suspended or something like that, and you can just like swing over it. Next up, we have 2 of these Burning Greys. These Burning Greys are really, really clutch if you're just trying to Digivolve on top of like a Burning Gray on top of a Burning Gray for 1, because the Burning Greys and Goonies can Digivolve on top of each other, but Burning Gray can't Digivolve on top of Burning Gray unless it's this one. So it's nice if you need to choke your opponent to 1, which is funny enough what I did against one of my opponents. I literally went like a Goonie on top of Burning Gray on top of a Goonie on top of a Burning Gray on top of a Goonie. It was the most whack stack, but it was the most efficient way to just choke. Like I think I didn't have any I did not have any level 3s in hand, so I just kept going up, hoping to find it, and then this ended up being my stack, which is it's a decent stack. I mean, I was mainly doing it just to choke. Like if you're able to just continuously choke your opponent to 1, that's of course super ideal. But yeah, that's nice in case also in case they have those like pesky Ukomons or Bokos. Burning Gray is a great way to answer it without being suspended, because I'll talk about my next level 4. So I have this the new Burning Gray. So this one's really good because it has raid, so you can swing into a stack that's unsuspended. But sometimes it's kind of bad to like actually swing in to leave your body unsuspended. So just to kill like a rookie or whatever. Sometimes you want the threat. So being able to Digivolve into and leave your stack unsuspended is nice. But I will say this one actually, this came up as a one of. Honestly, this is so good because you can Digivolve the when attacking effect. You can Digivolve into a card with hybrid and its trait for the Digivolution cost reduced by 1. So there's plenty of times where, funny enough, it's a one of, but it came up a few times. So there was one time in the day where I swung and Digivolved into a Goonie for 2 to choke them at 1. And it was I raided into their level 5 stack, so it was like a 12k into or I guess 14k, right, into their level 5 stack that they left unsuspended. I didn't have a tamer or anything, and they thought that they were safe, but they weren't, because I just went into this and then swung raided. So that was really clutch. I'm thinking about going into like a 2-1 split, because this one actually is like super clutch in those types of moments when people leave their stuff unsuspended. I don't know. It's just a matter of it's up to you, whatever you want to do, because this one does have an inheritable, so it's plus 2k, so that's nice. But yeah, so let's see. For the last level 4s, we have 2 Gigasmons. This card is so cracked. On play, when Digivolving, one of your Digimon gains Rush for the turn. So let's say you have the new Takuya, and then of course you have Gigasmon. You just play Gigasmon, even if you pass memory, the end of turn from the new Takuya Koji Tamer will let you attack. It's basically your Omni Blitz for game. So this is just an extra your extra like win now button. So really, really nasty. It honestly adds so much speed to the deck. It also has a one attacking, which might come up. It came up one time against Lord Nightmon X. So I actually like tucked this underneath my Tamer. And I swung and I deleted their Gazi, so that came up. And I was able to pop another Digimon as well. But delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 3k DP or less. So really, really good there. If they're like going super wide with rookies for whatever reason. Now for the level 5s, of course, we have 4 of the Aldemon. So Aldemon, everyone knows what this guy does. When digivolving, if there's hybrid, you gain plus 4k. And then the inheritable is honestly the most broken part, where if this Digimon has hybrid or 10 warriors, it doesn't activate security effects. On option cards, it checks. So being able to just guarantee that you're swinging Unga Bunga without having any worry at all for popping off, it's without having to worry about giving your opponent like extra advantage from security is massive. It is very, very massive. So that's why you got to run an 04 of. So not much to say about that one. For the level 6 lineup, we just have the 4. We have the 4 Emperor Grey. I mean, this is the OG guy here. Emperor Grey, so good. I mean, you can warp into your Takuyas for 3. But it has security attack plus 1 inherently, and then when digivolving, delete one of your opponent's 6k DP or lower Digimon. And then if this Digimon has a red tamer card in its Digivolution cards, delete one of their Digimon with DP less than or equal to this Digimon's DP instead. So if you have one Takuya out, you're pretty much always threatening like an on delete for someone's Digimon. They always have to play around that. They always have to respect it, which is why this deck is so annoying to play against, because you never know if your stack that you're contributing so many resources to is just going to get blown up by Emperor Grey the next turn. And then if you're on top of the warping one, then you're going to be swinging for 3 checks total. 3 checks, 13k at the minimum, which is nasty. So on deletion, you can also play Takuya from your hand or trash for free. So that's really nice in case for whatever reason you have to leave your body up on board in order to... There's some times where I would actually just digivolve up all the way from like digivolve for 2, then for 1 into Alda, and then pass at 3 into Emperor Grey. And I'm just like, okay, well, if you delete my Tamer, if you delete my Emperor Grey, it doesn't really matter because I'll be able to play out the warping Takuya. And then let's say I had another Emperor Grey in hand, then I just warp again and pop whatever stack they answered this stack with. So that's so annoying to deal with. But yeah, this is really, really good. Essentially, the key is you want to get your opponent down to like 3 security, and then you'll just end game with Emperor Grey and Blitz Omni, Blitz Omni, or now with a new win condition Gigas if you have it out, if you have the new Takuya out. So for the last Emperor Grey, we got a new one, so I'm running it as a one of the new BT18 Emperor Grey. For each Digivolution card, when digivolving for each color in this Digimon's Digivolution card, trash any one Digivolution card from your opponent's Digimon and suspend one of their Digimon. Then this Digimon may attack. So I guess if they're going wide and you want to be able to just like swing it out and go crazy, you can. This paired with like the newer Takuya, it can go kind of crazy because you get to attack, and then let's say if you deleted something. So when this Digimon deletes your opponent's Digimon in battle, it gains security attack plus 1 for the turn and it unsuspends. So it would attack and then it unsuspends, and then end of turn with the Takuya's effect, you can swing and attack again. So that's nice. It never came up though, I'll be honest. I only run it because it's like an extra Emperor Grey name, and who knows, maybe there might be a situation where it comes up. I was thinking about doing it one time against Lord Nightmon because they had like multiple blockers, but I ended up not doing it because they had redirects anyway, so it was like there's no point in going into this. But in those instances where they just like have like, let's say 2 blockers and like that situation, like I said, comes up, then that could actually be crazy. For the last Digimon, we have 2 Blitz Omni. I know a lot of people run this at 1. I never really understood why you would run this at 1 only. I know it's kind of bricky otherwise, but the amount of times I just Blitz Omni for game is insane. Like I said, essentially the way I played a lot, I would just like chip them down to 3, and then, which is pretty easy, you know, with being able to play out a lot of bodies and just swinging with low-end rookies. You get them to 3, you have your Takuya in play, and then you warp into Emperor Grey, swing. Even if you're set to 1 memory, you can have a Gravity Crush and just do this play anyway. You warp into Emperor Grey, swing, and then Blitz Omni for game. There was one instance where my opponent, he was playing Lord Knight, and I warped into Emperor Grey, and he had the Protoform underneath. So I swung, and then because he had 0 security, I swung, and then he had the Protoform, so it chipped 1 security, and then I just Blitz Omni for game. So that's nice. With the Blitz Omni paired with the Gigas, you just have so many ways to just get that extra last check in. So really, really loving the deck. Now for the Tamers, probably the most important part of the deck is going to be, I'm running 2 of the old Takuyas. Now this is tentative, so of course it's a memory setter, plays for 4, and then you get plus 2k DP, and then if the Digimon is 10k or more and you check a security, you gain 2 memory. So that's nice to be able to keep your turn, but I'm not gonna lie, this, I mean, it came up once, but I think I would almost just either do a full swap into the new Takuya, like just like 4 of the new Takuya, or I will do like a 3-1 split. You know what I mean? Because I feel like sometimes that's nice to have, to be able to like just like gain 2 memory back. In some scenarios, that's actually what you would rather do. But this new Takuya is just so crazy. Like I said with the Gigasmon, if your stack dies and you play Takuya for free, and then you just need 1 more check, you just Digivolve Gigas on top of it, and then because end of your turn, the inheritable is this Digimon with high rare 10 warriors may attack a player, so you just swing, and that's it. Again, it works well with the new Emperor Grey. That was the whole idea, is that you tuck more sources based on your tamers, and then you can warp into this one. For it, as long as it has 5 hybrid trait cards in it, you can underneath it you can warp into this new one. So that's how they can synergize together. But like I said, this is mainly for like the Gigas combo. Also, you can trash. The start of main effect is kind of nice, because you can take stuff from your trash and tuck it underneath. So like, let's say you wanna just get a free check-in without being scared. You can just go into all. You can just tuck all the underneath and, like, let's say swing, and you don't have to be scared about giving your opponent advantage, which is super nice. That's it for those tamers. Next up, of course, we're running the Emperor Grey variant, so you got to run 4 of the new Takuya. Not much to say about this one. You can warp into an Ancient Grey by placing 5 cards underneath. That is optional. You don't have to. You can just declare, hey, I'm doing this, and then you don't have to Digivolve. Sometimes that might come up. People forget that. But also you have Takuya. This Digimon gets plus 2 KDP, and then if it has 10k or more, security attack plus 1. So that's a scenario in which it comes up. Let's say you're just trying to get into your level 4 Digivolve for 2, but you want all the other goodies in there. You tuck everything underneath, and then you don't have to worry about like security checks if you tuck all or you can have like, let's say like the Aguni inheritable, where you can play another Takuya from hand. Now that's it for the options, or for the tamers. For the options, we have 2 Gravity Crush. I love this card. I mean, it's this guarantees you your win when your opponent thinks that they can choke you. That happened at one time as well. I was set to 1 with Takuya. It's like, oh, GG, I win. But now it's like, hey, Gravity Crush is broken. So I just did Gravity Crush. Gravity Crush, warp into Emperor, and then swing, and then Blitz Omni for game. So Gravity Crush is pretty cracked. And then next we have 2 Crimson Blaze. Crimson Blaze is really good in this meta because just because of all the Digimon playing by effects, it's super annoying to just have to deal with that. Like Fenry, you can just hard drop this to prevent an OTK, right? Because in order for Fenry to OTK you, they have to play they play their Kazuchimon for free. Also, of course, against Imperial, that's pretty obvious. If they hit this in security, and then let's say their stack dies or something, let's say like you do like Emperor Grey, pop their stack, and then they partition, then you can just finish with Crimson Blaze. So that's nice. Prevents Davis and Ken, all that jazz. So also against like Levia, obviously, and then of course Lord Knight. So funny enough, this Crimson Blaze also came up against Senjomon. So like, Senjomon was actually, funny enough, the closest match of the day. I guess Ancient Grey was in the finals, but Senjomon was going crazy because they're just so fast, and if you can't answer it, you can't answer it. He was going to win in the following turn because I just couldn't like attack fast enough. And then I literally just Crimson Blazed, and he was just like, shit, I can't do anything because the entire deck plays around playing puppets for free, right? So that was kind of funny. And then the last option. So this card's, I mean, obviously so broken. Atomic Inferno. Give your Digimon with hybrid plus 3k, security attack plus 1, and if it's blocked, plus gain 3 memory. This is the way to help combat like, let's say like Magna or something. To just give your Digimon like the extra DP boost and to punish them for blocking you. The security effect is also nice because it's like, oh, they hit security. All of a sudden, all of your Digimon gain security attack plus 1, and that just feels so bad. I know whenever I hit Atomic Inferno and security, it's just like, damn, that kind of sucks because now you have a Flamemon swinging for 2 checks, and it's just like, damn, if that's like an option card, then they're just getting 2 free checks for no reason. So it's really, really good. Obviously, you can also just pair it with like your level 4s and your level 5s to just get those extra checks in. There's one stack where I just digivolved this Burning Gray on top of Takuya, and then I did Atomic Inferno, and that was swing 3 checks. Because it gives +2 to itself, +2 from Takuya, and then +3. So that was swinging for 13k 3 checks. So instead, it was like a mini Emperor. So I was just swing 3 checks and then end game with a rookie. So obviously really, really cracked. But that was pretty much it. I played against Purple Hybrid. Purple Hybrid Central, Red Ancient Guard in the finals, and I forgot my other opponent. But yeah, I noticed honestly, I could see this deck coming forward in the meta. I think it's really... Oh, Lord Knight. Lord Knight was my other opponent. So, so yeah, honestly, really, really good matches today. They were all really fun, but Red Hybrid came out on top. I think, crazy enough, I think our locals today was like all top 4 was like pretty much all Red Hybrid. So obviously Red Hybrid is a beast in this format. So anyways, I'm gonna stop talking. Thanks for watching this video. Let me know what you guys think about this version. Do you guys prefer the Emperor variant or the Ancient Gray variant? So I'm personally one for the Ancient variant or Emperor variant, obviously, but that's just me. Anyways, thanks for watching. Have a good one. Peace.